And now I'm making this decision for myself. And through all the things that I've been through in the last 10 years, like all the dark places that I've been and all the places that I shouldn't have been, I'm here now because like I want to walk with Christ, and I've seen the light, and I've been in the darkness, and I don't want to be there anymore. I want to be in the light with Christ, and I want to give my life to Him, and this is it. Like, yeah.
Woo! Oh, good.
It's my great honour to baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Elyse, I'm so proud of you. It has been such a blessing to have you in my life, and I see something different in you. I've always have been. It's always drawn me to you, and I don't know what it is, but every time I go on to speak to you for the first time, I go, "How are you doing?" I expect Elyse to talk to me, but God has raised you to another level, and I sort of have to step up a step and go, "Oh wow, God has brought her up here, like in the time that I saw her last, and she has now gained so much love from God and so much, just compassion and grace, and I see this vision with you, and it's like a long time ago God put you, like caterpillars in a little box, in a tiny box, in a giant aviary made for butterflies, and He let you sit there, and you grew up and you matured, and you turned into butterflies in this box, and you let all the world put a rock on the box to hold you in. And now, like this last year, just seeing you've lifted the rock, and you've really turned into a butterfly, and God has let you out into His kingdom and into this aviary that He's provided for you, and you're going to be magnificent and beautiful, and everyone's going to treasure you. Look at these amazing, all your followers. Everyone loves you so much, and just keep loving God, and you'll be the light of the world.
Yeah,
awesome.
So good.
That's right. Just before you went in, it's not very complimentary, but I saw like a bullock, which represents the strength, and I see that.
I don't know what a bullock is.
And I'm reminded of my favourite childhood story, which is Ferdinand the Bull, and it's an old story. But Ferdinand was a bull that used to love to smell the flowers and reflect on life, and then one day Ferdinand sat on a bee. And he just goes berserk. And there's a real, I see that that's where you've come from. You've been stung by something in your past that set you on a direction of real strength, real earnestness to seek out God. And people that haven't probably been in that position before don't understand what that's like to come from something that's hurt so much, to seek God's face. Come on. And then to run as hard as they can towards His direction, with a sense of peace. But other people are going to be attracted to that because of the bullock, or the cow, also can represent leadership. And people are drawn to people like that are just seeking out God. And we can see that here, people find a real joy in you. Yeah. People get something out of you, as Kim said, that uplifts their spirit, and people will be attracted to. So I just wanted to speak that in.
I really feel like with what people have said and what you were saying, I got really clearly Nehemiah 8 verse 10, which is the joy of the Lord is your strength. And people have said it before, but I feel like with you, especially you're so open and honest, and like of what I know of your story, I feel like you have a great spiritual heritage. Like you have Catholic parents, and they know God and raised you, and you have a nan that prays for you. And I think the enemy tried to send things against you to take away that joy. And he's tried to send things and send assignments. And so now that you've found Christ, you have that joy and that exuberance that is costly. So it cost you something because of the darkness you went through and because of what the enemy said against you. And I think because of that, you're going to have a joy that's really intimidating to the enemy. And I think that you can tell when you're around, when you laugh in the auditorium, you can hear it on the other side. This enthusiastic joy that's contagious. And I think that is something because of what the enemy tried to send against you, it's going to have so much more power and weight and influence behind it. And I think that's really going to scare the kingdom of darkness. And I think that'll open more doors and opportunities in the future than we can even comprehend. So.
Elyse, you don't have to be a prophet to see that you're an influencer. You're an influencer. You influence people. But Jesus wants to influence you. Jesus wants to influence you. He must be the centre always. Always be the centre. And it's easy for you because you've come from darkness and you've seen darkness and you've got no desire to go back there. But that's why it's so, Christ must be central there. So because that he's going to give you power. With influence, it's power. Okay? And you've got to be trusting with it. Keep Christ centre. Keep him in the centre. Become a student of the Word of God. You need to go study the Word of God. In fact, you need to go to ministry college or Bible college for sure. I think everybody should, but I'm saying you, Elyse, you must do this. You must do this. You must become a student of the Word of God. Christ must be central in your heart because you are an influencer. Okay? All right, cool. Good.
Before in my life, but as soon as you came up, I just saw a lioness. You know how a lioness is really protective of their cubs? I just felt like you have this ownership and protectiveness inside of you that God has placed there, and that's something you've been in that darkness, and I don't know your story, but God's brought you out of that, and He has protected you through that, and He's now placed that protection and that ownership in your heart, and I feel like that ownership is you have this incredible ownership over your faith, and you have this incredible protectiveness in who God is and who He is to you, and you'll carry that through your interactions with people. You carry this protectiveness and this instinct that is you just know it's God, and there's nothing you can do. You've been in places that's tested you and tested your faith, and you there's this little thing inside you, and it's that instinct, that protectiveness and that ownership that I just think that He's put in your heart, and it's something that you own your church and you own your faith and you protect your faith and you protect your church and your God, and I feel like that's just I don't know, I just got that. I was itching to say.